Hello, lovely ladies in the Goddess Creations for Women group and beyond. We are on to interview number 24 of the Goddess Creations Empowerment Marathon. Hi, I am Shamna Lee Gray from Goddess Creations, and at the moment I'm hosting this 90-day or more empowerment marathon where every week I am interviewing two lovely ladies with themes of empowerment and expertise for you. And of course, this is going to be shared outside of Goddess Creations. I would like to say thank you very much, lovely ladies, for watching. I can see that I have a few viewers already. Do say hi and do a hashtag live and your name in the comments so that I can greet you lovely in a well way. And if you're watching it in a replay, do a hashtag replay because we would love to connect with you. So I have got with me today the lovely Geertje Noorlander, who is going to be speaking about the power of womb healing. Now, this is something that many of us aren't even aware of because we have a womb or uterus. Geertje is going to be telling us more about that. Now, Geertje Noorlander is the womb wisdom warrior, and she is a holistic energetic therapist she is coming from a strict religious background and having endured sexual abuse at a young age and suffered 8 miscarriages. Geertje's relationship with her body, her sexuality, and her womb was distorted, which resulted for her in a chronic fatigue illness. Now, Geertje Noorlander went on a journey of healing by healing memories of the womb and her ancestors line, and she found sacred sexuality and she learned to set clear boundaries. Now, her passion is to guide women who really want to break with the limiting influences of negative sexual experiences and more than that. Now, Geertje will be sharing with us today on how to heal memories of the womb, how to say no, and how to enjoy sacred sexuality. So let me bring her on. Hello, Geertje. Hi, good to see you, my lovely.
Hello, hello.
Hi. So this is a very interesting subject. You as the womb wisdom warrior.
Yes.
How can you what is that? I mean, we have womb as women, we have womb, but what is there to warrior about? How did you come on this journey?
There are two questions in one. The warrior. I felt I will say some words about the warrior. That is, in our womb is so many wisdom, and the girls from now, the girls we were, didn't learn it on school. There are so many mothers from now that they didn't know the wisdom and wat is bijdragen?
uh, Contribution or
Contribution, yeah,
value
contribution
or
and value from that wisdom from the womb. So um, I'm very driven to share that wisdom because I think it's really important that girls learn it at a young age, not too young, but at a young age, and that they can live and know their own boundaries, and that they make consciousness choices about it. So that's why I'm the warrior. And how I came to that. So Shamna said, 20 years ago I was sick, and my therapist asked me, "What's happened with you?" Because she checked my body and she saw so many blocks in my energetic system that she said, "What's happened to you?" And I didn't told somebody for 7 years about the yeah, the abuse. So it was stuck and frozen in my body, And that's worked so far that my energetic system all
Shut down?
yeah almost shut down. Yeah. So there was a really klachten.
Complaints, issues?
Yeah, there were big issues in my in the function that I have at that moment. I couldn't work. I couldn't live because I lay the whole day on my bed and
Oh,
muscles that stopped with working. So my legs, I couldn't walk and all that things. So that was a really issue. It was big, and I was in the hospital, and the doctor said to me, "I cannot find anything. So go to a psychiater."
yeah, psychiatrist.
Yeah, yeah. And I was thinking, "You really? I don't think so." So that was the gift from the doctor that I came to the alternative therapist
Area section, yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, I was just started with bringing back the of holding away and take away the blocks so that my energy can streaming, and that works really fast. In 4 months I was working back again, so that was really fast. And well, there was the path of self ontwikkeling.
Development.
Yes, self-development.
But how did you come with the alternative therapist to find out that you had to heal your womb? I mean, how do you make that link?
Yeah. Now, in the 4 months, there was I was at the age of 12. There was an abuse. Is it
Yeah,
abuse?
yeah.
And what I say, I didn't talk about it for 7 years, and it's happened by other persons for another 6 times. So, and I didn't talk about it. So at the moment that my therapist asked me, "What's happened with you?" Was that the answer that I can give? Yeah, well, that was happened with me, and I didn't talk about it. And well, that was my choice at that moment.
Survival.
The survival modus, and yeah, so there was a thing that I have to yeah. At that moment, there was a mirror before me, and I have looking in that mirror, and shit, I've work to do.
Mm.
And it was not funny. It was really it was a big job. I worked on it for years, and in that process from that healing, there was a moment. There's a switch moment, the moment from healing and the moment from learning, and to realize that the process is verrijkend.
Enriching.
Yeah, enriching yourself. And that switch moment, when I was there, I was thinking, oh whoa, now I have the choice, because I've healed enough. I can work, I can do my things, and I felt so deeply, and there is more. And how can and that was the moment that I was yeah choosing by myself from, and I going on with this process. Yeah.
So was it that at a certain point you were healing from your trauma and you did that yourself, or did someone else help you with that? Just
Yeah,
as a just
that's many people. Yeah,
many
there are
people. So,
not many. A few people works.
yeah. So you had various therapists that were helping you to face the trauma that you
Yeah,
had in your room space due to the sexual abuse and whatever it may be, because it's not here. We're not here to spread all of your stuff here, but I'm just making it general so that women can recognize,
yeah,
and maybe women can recognize. And actually, you are saying is that there came a point when you realized, all right, I've healed enough to continue,
yeah,
and now what do I want to do? Now you can also just live your life, but you chose to move on and
yeah,
actually become the warrior for other women to be able to express themselves, to heal themselves.
yeah.
And actually, because healing is actually never quite finished, it's
No.
continuous. It's yeah. So you took it further. So the healing of the womb, let's just, I mean, this is something, because you've already gone through it, it's for you evident, but for many women, they may not see how a physical embreachment of your boundaries on
Yeah,
your womb has to do with womb healing. And what is then womb healing for you to be re-empowered? Because hey, I'm not having it now, so let me just get on with it, move on and charge on. That's,
yeah.
so how does that work for the normal daily life women, let's say? I mean, I didn't mean to say that.
I
There's nothing
thought
wrong with.
normal daily life move.
I'm also not.
No.
Yeah, they're all normal daily. But how do we know that our womb may need healing, and how do we go about that then? Because we may not even be aware of that. I mean, womb is a word I didn't even know before my awakening, and before, and it was called a vagina. Dot. And all of that.
Yeah, and in the that's a thing from the last hundreds of years, is that there's no so little respect for the womb in a patriarchal. Is that
Patriarchal.
yeah, patriarchal.
Patriarchal, but it doesn't matter. Continue.
um,
And by the
um,
way, lovely ladies, Geertje Noorlander is from the Netherlands, so I think she's doing a very good job. So let's just put that hands up for her. So well done, Geertje, on that. Continue. Yes. So the respect for the womb.
I'm
Yeah. The
struggling.
respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in the patriarchal, you know
Never
the
mind.
word, world we live now, there's no space, a little space. And that space is growing for the woman and and the womb wisdom. Um, Nu ben ik hem even kwijt. I lost a little.
So we were talking about the actual how where do we get to the I need to work on my
Oh,
womb bit, where
that's all.
usually when we only know it as a vagina or a cunt or what, all those horrible words that actually hurt, and yet we have been programmed not even to see it as womb. Womb is like was for me a new word recently. Well,
Yeah,
not recently, but
yeah.
it's a
It's
womb word.
yeah, it's a thing. When you're a girl, then you get your menstruation, and you're thinking, "Oh, that's not funny. It's painful, and I feel horrible." And every month, so that's the message that young girls getting from the mother, from the uh, woman around her. And the womb is when I oh there are so many words in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, when you are pregnant, then you are having connection with your womb because there's a child growing in it. So that are the moments in a woman's life that you connect with your womb, that you're thinking, oh, that's the thing, I have it in me, it's in my body, and it has a function, and most of the time I hate that function. That's the message, and how we knew it. Um, And there is more, because when you connect with your womb and your without a pregnancy and without your cycle, well, not your cycle, but without the pain of menstruation, of the suffer with menstruation and all the things, then can you connect with your the power that's in your womb, and to give birth to a child. That is the power that a womb have. You have that power. That power always in yourself, and we didn't know. So
And do you only have that power of the womb if you have a child, or do you have that power even if you have no children?
every woman have it. It's there's not a pregnancy needed to connect with that power, because that's the woman power.
So what is the woman power, Geertje? What is it? I mean, it sounds beautiful, it sounds mystical, but what is that woman power that is in our womb that we disconnected from due to our programming? And that if we, when we learn to love ourselves and our womb and our cycles, and to not hate our body so much, that we
Yeah,
can connect with it. So it's a big question, but what is that woman power that we tap into that
uh,
is in the womb?
yeah. I think when you live with the cycle, of to the cycle, the rhythm of the cycle, you know what your body's needed. You know. Yes, you know what your body's needed, and the power that I was talking before was the power to give birth. That's oerpower, die oerkracht.
Oh darn.
Yeah.
Okay, I would almost say root. Let's just say root.
Yeah, the root power.
Core. Core?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Because
and
ur,
you,
I can't think what ur is at the moment. But it's
yeah,
old.
yeah, it's very old. And when we knew that we can connect with it, that it's that power to give birth, that's not needed to. No, that's not the right word. It You don't need give birth physical,
Hmm.
physical,
Yeah.
but um,
So it's a primal force. The Urkracht is a primal force,
yeah, yeah,
which is
and
actually very innate in all of us.
yeah, and when you be aware of it, that you just have to connect with it, to invite it in your life. Now, there is the moment that you can stand for yourself, that you can set your boundaries. Um,
Yeah. So actually, we are talking about um, womb power, and I'm going to write it down as I'm saying it. I'm going to let you talk, but womb power is actually is a primal force,
mhm,
actually,
mhm.
um, and that primal force protects you and makes you make decisions that are in your best interest, in your value, in your um, and that will help you set boundaries, that will help you say no. Because I mean, let's just talk about the abuse. Not that we have to talk about your abuse, but the all right. When I'm imagining now, so that's you're seeing a reaction, and I would like to talk to you about that, of course. And that is that when you are abused or mistreated, when something has happened to you, and you swallow it and don't speak about it, you said it yourself, you can get ill. And actually, there, in that silencing yourself, You are taking away your power. Now, does then that pain get stored, as you say, not only in your cell's body, resulting in this the chronic illness that you had, let's say in your case, but also you're saying that that memory is stored in the womb? Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. It's in the DNA of the cells. That's the memory of the cells, and that's the reason that when it's happened in the in a life of a woman, and she didn't do the work, that it's go from the mother to the daughter to the daughter to the daughter.
That's
Yeah.
intense. Actually, you're saying is that not only do you carry your trauma in your present life, let's say, but you
Mhm.
may also be carrying whatever your mother has carried and whatever your grandmother and that line.
Yes,
That's
that's big.
intense.
It's really big. It's really big.
And actually, what we're saying is it's because that it's in the womb and we are in each other's wombs. Let's say, all
Yeah.
right, I'm saying it wrong. It's not like I'm in your womb, but we
Yeah.
have that line of
Yeah, the mother line. Yeah.
the mother line,
Yeah.
and because it's passed on in the DNA. In fact, isn't it even proven so that well, I don't even know what to say. It has been proven. Let's just say that when women are pregnant, we know that what we eat has an effect on the baby. So let alone that comes in through the placenta in that sac that the baby is in. That's even a simple example, just using food or drink or smoking or whatever.
Yeah.
But can you imagine that also the traumas that you have had are in that same DNA patterning? Is that what you're saying? And that you have also got your mothers. So, Geertje, this is big stuff.
It is.
How do we change that? And it's not like you have to give us the solution, but how can we even
Right.
start to change that, to break that line of pain and trauma? How,
Well, yeah. Be aware of the importance from this work. Uh, be aware that what you are doing, even if it's small steps, you are doing the work, and be proud on it, and honor yourself that you're doing it, because it can be really big when it's abuse for yourself, maybe, and maybe your mother, and maybe your grandmother. So you have for three generations to doing the job.
do
And
you have an example? Yes?
yeah, there are overeenkomsten.
Similarities.
Yeah, there are similarities in the things that happened.
Yeah, it was me. Continue. Repeat your sentence.
um,
There are similarities in.
yeah, in the processes. So what you are doing is the work what you're doing for yourself heals all your mother and your grandmother energetically. So it's not that you are doing the work for your mother or your grandmother. You do your own job, just your own job. And when you're healing it, you're breaking the line.
The traumatic line.
Yeah, yeah.
And is there a
And
simple
there's
ritual
a
that
moment
can help with that?
there's a
Sorry?
moment when you're seeking help for this process, because it's really big, and there are so many people that you can help with it, that it isn't uh, in no oh it isn't needed that you are doing it alone. There are so many
Mm.
people what you can help with it, with on a very very different ways, but don't do it alone.
Wow. Wow. So okay. So now we have as if it's a list that we tick off. It's not a list that we tick off, is it? But um, is there a way that we can heal the ancestral line? Do you know a simple ritual for that or something like that, or a way of doing that?
Yeah, one of the ways that what for me a popular way is to give the right of the womb, and that's a healing from woman for woman, and that's healing everything on the on in the womb area and in the heritage
Yeah.
heritage line. Yeah, yeah,
But so when we've done, it's not like we've, as I said, ticking it off. It's not like that. But we have become aware of our traumas, of the that our traumas are stored in our body, in our womb, you
yeah.
know. And I do know the words of the right of the womb. And just let me tell you, ladies, you can look it up. And if you are interested, you can come to Geertje or myself if you want to do it live, the right of the womb. But there are many of us out there who do the right of the womb. So that is something very important to help you with your healing
Yeah,
of
there's a
self.
website, yeah, the right of the womb.
Dot, yeah,
Dot,
and you can find it on the internet.
it's
Go for it.
worldwide. Worldwide. Yeah, there are many
Exactly.
numbers.
So the right of the womb, yeah. But when you are on that healing journey, let's say, of traumas, of your sexual, the womb healing, because we're not only talking about the right of the womb here, you also said, I mean, it has to also to do with setting boundaries, how you learn to say no. So what is that part? And can you tell us about how you can embrace the love for yourself, either in your womb or in your sexuality? Can you just share about that?
Yeah, well, my first, the first thing that I said is do nothing when you're, uh, when there is a little thing of doubt, say no. You just say yes in intimacy with another person or yourself, um, just when you felt the full yes. If you don't, say no. Don't do it because you're going over your boundaries, and that's in no way. Um,
Never. Yeah.
Gewoon, that's a never. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're saying we have to guard your boundaries. Now, would you then say that someone is in danger of not guarding their boundaries? Is that in everyday life, when we're not all being attacked or sexually abused,
Mhm, mhm.
or are we? Are there ways that we don't even know we are being?
Oh
Um,
yeah,
I mean, we're talking about the womb energy, so it's not necessarily that someone is physically abusing us.
no, no, no,
It could
no.
also be energetically. So how can we recognize that? Is it like the pat on the bum while you're at work? The hi, how are you, and you get a nice tick on your bum, or someone does a double check of your breasts. Is
Mhm.
that what we're talking about, or is it something else?
A double look at the breast. It's a bit with what intention.
Hmm.
There is energetic abuse. It is. And when you are having sex with your partner and you are not full open, and there is it's so easy to manipulate a body to open it. And there is, and in that way, it's in your body is a temple. So softness, kindness, to open it and to give it the time to open is, I think, it's really important. And that's why you have to, only you can say it. Only you can set the boundary from, oh, stop. Not in this way, not in, so, um, and give me the time. Give me
Hmm.
the time to open. Give me that attention that my body open herself. And I think that's really important that we are that we be aware of that choice, that we have the choice to say no, to
Also
say
in relationships,
just in relationships,
especially.
because
Okay, yeah.
there's an
Challenge.
autism
Oh,
in there's in many relationships is sexuality is a normal thing for the
expected.
for the Sunday morning. I wake up and oh my gosh, good morning. Man, it's just an example, but um, and when you're be aware of all this kind of stuff, all this boom stuff, then you are changing, and your partner not. You uh, learn this day maybe a thing, your partner didn't. So you have always, um,
Responsibility.
the responsibility for your body. What's happened with your body in your relationship? If it's new or old, longer, but it's your that's your responsibility. Yeah.
So how do we then, and not that you have to tell us, of course, but how do we approach that new communication with our partner so that he or she,
Yeah.
depending if you are in a gay situation, there's nothing wrong with that at all, but how the partner learns to respect our newfound boundary relationship and whatever, because as you said, when your awareness with your womb and your healing or honoring yourself,
Mm-hmm.
learning to say no, or and actually I'm actually very curious if you can please share. I'll ask you in a moment to share how can we connect with our womb. But when you are on that journey, then how do we get into that relationship with our partner, that our partner learns to speak our language or we learn to speak the new language?
Yeah. Well, what I did was I have sent some a text message with things that I was thinking in the day that I was thinking about. I don't know the things that's a few years ago, but I was talking. The, yeah, I was thinking,
You're sharing ideas.
and I shared it, and for me, it was the challenge because I saw myself as the temple, and how can I play with it that I am not too holy and spiri that he
Woo
was thinking,
woo.
really, what are you saying? What are you doing? I don't get you. Uh, so that was a way of ex nee, not experience.
Approaching.
Yeah,
Benaderen.
uitproberen.
Trying.
Trying this way. No, this is the and and I give myself permission to say no on any moment,
At
and
any
that
moment.
was, yeah, at any moment, and that
And
was
that
what
way
I,
he
yeah,
learns. And that way the
yeah,
partner learns to listen to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
So,
And I told them that that's a thing from me, and that's not personal for him. So that because when you
mm,
are in intimacy with your partner, you're both really vulnerable. And when you say no by a man, he will take it personal, and it isn't personal because sometimes there's a touch that for me was not okay, and that I say to him no, and I give him the explanation why I say no, because in that it's so serious. It's
I don't know. I can't help you because I don't know what you want to say. But vulnerable.
yeah,
Okay, in that and we are in a vulnerable subject, and maybe
yeah,
it is okay because I think the women do get the picture. So what I would like to ask is, um, how do you now, as the womb wisdom warrior,
yeah.
help women in this subject? How do you help women?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Oh, I was not aware. Okay, so
Yeah, well, I've 24 therapist forms in my bag. So what's that's so personal that I just look at that moment, at that session, what did that person need? There's not a form from point, so talk talk talk.
no. But
No.
you are, what I'm trying to say is that you are the
Yeah,
womb wisdom warrior, and
mhm,
women can come
yeah,
to you with their issues, their trauma, their sexual issues. Is that that's what I'm trying to find out? Is that that's what I'm saying? In what is that how you
yeah,
help?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. And I give their sessions and in Zoom calls and an online course to. I have an ebook in Dutch. So the Dutch title in English is "Feel Safe as in Your Woman Being." Yeah,
Okay,
woman feel safe.
yeah, and yeah, and where can we find you, Geertje?
www.geertjenoorlander.nl. Yeah, there it is.
I would like to ask you, because you've given us lots of information concerning how we can heal the womb, how we can recognize that we need it. Actually,
Mhm.
you've given us tastes about the sexual, is it sexuality? How we can
Yeah,
approach our partner in a different way, in a softer way, and guard our boundaries.
yeah.
What
The sacred
tips?
way, yeah.
Hmm?
That's making it sacred.
That is sacred sexuality. So the full attention that you give your partner, let's say.
Yeah,
And honoring yourself and
yeah,
just
yeah.
I'll just put that up there. So and that is very important. So what tips would you give us, having taken on all of this
Mhm.
information? What tips would you give us to do the healing we need in our womb space? What tips would you give us to do, or to just to we're watching this? All right, let's get going. Just to start.
Yeah, just to start is go sit on a stoel.
Or bench. I'm helping you out. Just chair or bench.
Yeah, and just sit straight and lay your hands on your womb area, if there is a womb or not. Energetically, there is a womb. So if you have and your womb memories uh, didn't go away with take your womb away, if that's happened.
So
So
if you've had a hysterectomy, you still have that womb space, and you can
yeah,
still heal the traumas that may be stored there.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
So when you sit and you lay your hands on your womb area and you breathe deep in and fill your lungs and feel uh, how your breath is going deeper to your womb by your by breathing in and then slowly breathe out. And feel what's happened under your hands. Maybe it's the first time that you're connected in this way with your womb. And then just say, hi, I will connect with you. And feel what's happening under your hands. And still breathe in and breathe out. And sometimes to connect on this way with your womb is enough to awaken memories in there. And there can be emotions or fears. And just breathe deep in and out. And be aware from what's happened. And when there's something, maybe something big, just say, I see you. I feel you. I hear you. I see you. I feel you. I hear you. And maybe you can feel to look at it on this way and to see it, to give it space, that it's okay, that it's is there. And maybe you can feel that it's going softer. And maybe it's going smaller. And it's a practical thing that you can do every day when there's no space of not an opportunity to go to somebody. This is a way that you can do it by yourself and for yourself.
And what you also said was that you don't have to do this alone, because something can come up, something can be triggered by you connecting or reconnecting with your womb space.
Yeah.
And so this can be very large in what may come up, I presume, and they can find you or find
You.
others or me, yes, or other women to help them with that. Well, thank you very much, Geertje. Is there something else that you would like to share with us to round off? Extra insight?
No, I think I've said a lot, and there are so many words that I can say more. And I think it's okay. We've tipped on many things. I think that's okay for now. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Geertje Noorlander, Womb Wisdom Warrior. Thank you, lovely ladies, for having watched this video, this interview. If there is anything, please reach out to Geertje Noorlander at geertjenoorlander.nl or myself, Shamna Gray at Goddess Creations, info@goddesscreations.nl. This is the first time I'm putting my website up, or at least my link up there, but this is a big subject and this is where we are holding space. So I would like to thank you and reach out. And I would love to see you another time for the final video, the final interview in the series. And let me just say, if you are very interested, just go to my YouTube channel, Goddess Creations, and you will find all the other videos waiting for you there. So I wish you a lovely day, and I'll see you again. Thank you very much, Geertje. Thank you, viewers, and I will see you next time.
Thank you,
Bye.
Shamna.